My word. The Earman Sparrow. So Earman actually sent me another amplifier a bit ago, like in my old apartment. And it's still here, waiting to be reviewed, because I just didn't get to it. But I may have to open it up and actually, like, give a shit right now, because they sent me the Sparrow. They're like, hey, can you do the Sparrow? We kind of want to get the Sparrow out. And I'm like, all right, it's a dongle DAC. And it's like a little baby dongle DAC. Look at it. It's got the USB-C cable that detaches. It's, you know, acrylic on both sides. It lights up. There's a weird picture of two faces. One that's normal face. One that's like weird, like cracked robot face. And there's a headphone in the middle. Like, okay, I can get with that. It has a high-res audio sticker. It says MQA, which I think we have all in the audio community agreed that MQA is a money-making scheme and not actually anything that's better. So good luck. Have arguments in that. It says made in Europe on the back, which is just Europe. The only thing that I've noticed with this unit that is a negative is it does pick up a little bit of interference sometimes with my phone if it's doing whatever it's doing. It could also be the fact that it's pi hats here. But here's the thing. It's a little baby dongle DAC. It's that big. It's $200. I currently have the clairvoyance in because I have a balanced 2.5 millimeter wire, and I wanted to hear Alex Clare's whispering the lateness of the hour on it, and disappointment is not had. I also have my volume control at, oof, that's too loud. Go down another notch, 50% for these. Because the only power specs that this unit shows is 4 volts balanced, 2 volts unbalanced, because it has 2.5 and 3.5 millimeter. That doesn't tell me jack shit. What tells me jack shit is when I actually plug my things into it and nearly die from the power output. Like, I don't know how much this is going to drain from your phone, but I'm imagining it's going to be not a little bit. And at this price, at $200, this thing has had, let me unplug it for a second. This thing had better, wipe it off my shirt also, it has to compete with the BTR5. It's almost $100 more than a BTR5. And it's not Bluetooth, so you still have a wire. Granted, it's a wire you can, you know, change, replace, make a shorter one, whatever you want to do. But to make something that's essentially a dongle DAC, I don't care how it's made in Europe or not made in Europe, and then ask $200 for this without being made someone like AudioQuest who just charged for their name, that means something. And so I plug it in. It flashes multiple colors. I hit next track. Amber Rubarth Tundra plays. I put it up because it's a quiet song. They claim the entire PCB is gold. Like all the traces are gold. That's a thing if I ever heard a thing. God, there's so many messages right now. Here, we can go to the actual page. Yeah, it does DSD, it does DXD, it does PCM up to 384, MQA rendering up to 384. The dimensions in millimeter are 42 by 22 by 8. Is this the most? No, price to weight has got to still go to IEMs. Like lightweight IEMs still cost like $1,000. So there's no way. But this, as far as DAC amps go, this is probably the most expensive small DAC amp. It sounds crisp. Right on the line. Right on the line where, like, I don't think I would benefit from, like, plugging it into this whole setup. Just, this is fine. Flack off my phone directly. If I'm yelling, by the way, it's because the thing's in my ear. I'm actually going to take these off in a second. We're going to switch to the Zeus. Okay. Wait. Those are pumping right now at 50% volume. Or actually, no, I was up a little bit, weren't I? More like 65% volume. Unplug it. I do like as much as the build really doesn't matter when it's just dongle DAC, when they're acrylic on both sides and it's like smooth glass with rounded edges, you can just see the shape of it. And it changes color based on, it's never going to find some high def stuff to change the color, is it? I'm going to go find in my list. What do I have that's high res? No, no. Simon and Garfunkel? No. Ooh, Super Bass might be it. No. Well, the color will change based on all sorts of outside factors that you don't need to know about because you're not going to be looking at it. The biggest complaint I have with all dongle DACs is they don't have any control. The only one that does is the X2O Link 2, which at least gives you volume and I think next track? No, wait. Does that one give you next track, last track? Or does that only play, pause, volume? And that's why I was like, I want to strangle it. The point is, at least if you had a volume control, you could leave your phone in your pocket. This is specifically designed to, if you had a headphone jack on your phone and you're plugging your headphones directly in, you would still have to turn on your screen to next track, last track, and adjust volumes with the control here and the big chunky volume things. This is designed to disappear, like pretend it's not there, and that just makes your phone's internal amplifier and DAC better. So if you look at it at that aspect, then we could sort of ignore convenience. I mean, I love convenience. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love convenience. God, I love the Zeus too. All right, I'm gonna go to maximum. That is loud. Holy shit. I didn't know USB-C had this much power. You know, like that's a quiet part of a string quartet of 46 and 2. And it's gonna kill me, so I'm gonna lower that down. And I think it's gonna kill me without distorting. It's impressive stuff. Oh, actually, that turned to a minty green. And now it's green again. Yay! Unless that goes with the song length, that would be amazing. Maybe if I just touch all the things, it'll eventually have like, do something. Do something! Oh, damn it. What wasted potential. You have this beautiful unit. If you could just like slide your fingers up and down the sides, like if it was like it would only like double tap like that would change tracks and double tap like this would pause. But no, they don't do that. Solcha. So basically, if you don't want to buy a $700 DAP, digital audio player, something dedicated, a Shanling or a FIO, and you're like, I got my phone, why do I need that shit? You can get something like the FIO Q3, which is literally this with a volume knob, and it's got a 4.4 Pentacon, and cost less than this, or this, which has less features, like it has no features, but I would say sounds as good. Like that's a brave statement. 2020 is a brave new world. Because if I can say this little tiny thumb-sized thing that you could absolutely lose on a bus and never see it again sounds as good as like the brand new, and I've praised it. I praised the FIO Q3. So if it says sounds as good, it could just be because I'm absolutely in love with these headphones too. I get blinded a little bit when I'm like, oh man, this sounds as good as I remember it. And that's all you need with like a port. When I'm reviewing an amp or a DAC, if my headphones remind me of how good they are, you've succeeded. I'd probably use this with Sparrow. I probably will use this. It's probably like my go out, because I was BTR5ing and I bring the cable along, no cableless, hook it on. But if I'm okay with murdering my batteries a little bit, I could live with the Sparrow hanging off my phone. It does that good a job. Oh, kill la kill. I really want to know like how they do it. Like what the fuck is in this? Somebody rip one of these apart, blow that shit up on a magnifying glass, and let me see, or a microscope in this case, how. Because I mean, $200 is not a little bit. Like I spent like $50 on the dongle DAC. It's like, it's fine. $50 is fine. But when you're asking for like, money, bro, I'm not even using a balanced end of this for these. All right. I mean, these are like 100 and I'm sorry, they're like 60 ohms. So they're pretty efficient actually. But I mean, if you had the balance adapter to go balance like a harder hitting set of headphones, I'm pretty sure it would do it. Like, I'm not going to whip them out now. I'm going to start fucking swapping cables, but I'm at 95%. Actually, I think it's 16 steps. So whatever one step down is out of 100 divided by 16. I can't hear myself speaking anymore. That's crazy. I can no longer hear. Does Susie Maravaran understand that? No. You'll probably hear that. It's probably getting me content matched. Fuck. I gotta stop listening to music while I'm doing these reviews. It's a terrible idea. This is gonna be a short review because it's just basically a yes or no. Zeos, the Earman Sparrow. Yes. Oh, it also takes an ESS Saber DAC, which is good because the AKM factory burned to the ground. So if you have anything that you want to get that has an AKM DAC in it, get it now because you're going to be on about a 2-year delay before that unit can be sold again with that DAC. They're all going to switch to Saber or something else. Might be a good thing. Might be a good thing because everyone uses AKM DACs. And so it might just be like, hey, we make it to Texas Instrument might come back. TI used to make a lot of DACs, but then they got like out of favor. Gold-plated PCB. It comes with a USB cable A to C and USB. Did I actually not take it out of here? Hold on a second. I thought I had everything out of this box, but I may have not. Oh yeah, there you go. So you can like hook this up just to your laptop if you felt like it. There's nothing else to learn. There's no other things to learn. The end. Remind me to open the box next time. So yeah, you can plug this right into your laptop. What if I could plug this into the audio hat? Or into the audio Pi, and then... I like these cables, too. Metal on both sides. Like, they do a decent job. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely getting copyright pulled for that. You don't have to listen to it for very long to understand it's very good. I like those sorts of products. They don't take up my time. I wonder if they're doing a correction, because this song in particular, piano solo from Yoko Kanno, has a hiss in the background because it's like a full uncompressed recording of a live performance. And there's a hiss. And the hiss is there, but it sounds different. I wonder if they're doing some sort of weird correction to make your music sound as creamy as it does. Or unless I just haven't heard this song on these headphones before, and it's just the signature of these headphones doing that. Because that is another thing. Like, I have listened to every song that I love on every headphone that I've reviewed. This was the first time I've heard this song on this headphone. It just happens to be going through the Earman Sparrow, and I'm just like... Yeah, this bangs. The Earman Sparrow fucks. Let's put it that way. $200 is an ask, considering things like the BTR5 are out there, and you can wire them like this. BTR5, BTR3K if you want something smaller. It may beat it on power, but the thing is it shouldn't, because this is running directly off your phone, and it'll probably be murdering my external battery. Oh my god, we're at 1 bar. I have a Z24, so I get to peel this off and like replace the battery without the phone dying. I missed this system. Apple's got this system coming out for their phones. So it's time for Motorola to wake the fuck up. Put this back into production because this is the best. I never plugged my phone in. 5 years, just never plugged my phone in. Just keep swapping battery packs. 7 battery packs. Just throw them out when they're no good or sell them and put a new one in. It's great. It's a great system. Keep going. Yeah, I think at this point now, I'm just gushing over the headphones I love, which is an excellent sign for the DAC amp. It means that it's doing its job. So I'm done. Earman Sparrow, it's not available on Amazon. You have to get it directly from them, which, about the company, where are you actually located? Chicago. Made in Europe. What does that mean? Why would you make it in Europe? I mean, I guess it's better than China. Usually. Yeah, I don't know. Is there places in Europe you really... People from Europe who buy things from Europe, you are an entire place. Is there any place in Europe you'd rather not get goods from than China? I'm not going to name names. I want you guys to name names because I don't have a clue. Like if it's Italian made, that's wonderful, and it probably is going to sound fantastic and break in 3 years, but or 3 months, but it'll fucking be worthwhile for those 3 months because I love Italian made stuff. But is there other places where you kind of don't want it to be made? You tell me. What is your bias, Italy, Europe? Europe. That wallpaper, late celebration of Halloween in the description. Links to this, links to these. Didn't really talk about anything else. Maybe I'll link to a couple more dongle DACs, which future Zeos hates, because Zeos is like, fuck. I mean, the Zerda Zeos? What about the Zerda? Like we said, the BTR5, the BTR3K could all become dongle DACs. There's the Link 2, which has the buttons. You gotta link all these, you future lazy asshole. What a lazy asshole he is in the future. Anyway, I'm done here. Don't forget to check out my Patreon and Subscribestar to see these videos early. Ask me questions on platform. We're discussing how to change that so I actually can get back to you. And participate in the yard sales, which I may hold on to this for at least one yard sale, but we'll see. Maybe it just ends up in one and I just like, fuck it. Earman, send me another one. I'll get to their other amp soon, which is like a little blocky amp. Yeah. Patreon, Subscribestar, see reviews early, questions, yard sale, $10 tier, behind the scenes private Telegram chat, where you get to ask me anything you want, like immediately, and I'll get back to you immediately with no waiting and no fucking delays. And you can talk to each other about the questions you have, and it's great. And I ask you serious questions about how I should run the channel. If you want to be part of the suggestive management team of Z Reviews, feel free. There are also higher tiers for ballers, but we're not going to ballers. We're not doing any of that. Thank you for stopping by. I will see you all tomorrow for another review.